Hello, welcome to my video tutorial for Blender 2.49 for making a tapered spring. The first thing we want to do is delete that default cube and press the space bar and add a curve, Bezier circle. Now I like to have my stuff located at absolute 0, so I'm going to change the location X, Y, and Z to 0. Now 2 is a little bit too big for this, so I'm going to change it to 0.5 on the X and Y. The Z is flat, so it doesn't have one. And that's all I'm going to do with the transform properties. So I'm going to push N and make that go away. Adjust my view so I can see things a little better here. Now I want to click in here and turn off 3D so that our circle doesn't get filled in, and go to edit mode. Now here we want to push C to change our circle to a curve, and we're going to grab this little handle right here and press R to rotate it, and we're going to make it horizontal, and we're going to grab this one over here and we're going to rotate it and we're going to make this one vertical, more or less. Gives us the shape of our circle back on our object here, but it's still flat. So I'm going to select the middle of this one over here, and I'm going to press G to grab it, and press Z to constrain it to the Z axis, and I'm going to raise it up by pressing on my numpad 0.01 and enter. And that brought that corner up a little bit. I'm going to select the next one in the middle, and I'm going to grab it by pressing G and constrain it to the Z again by pressing Z, and I'm going to bring this one up 0.02 on my numpad and press enter. And then on the third one, right in the middle, grab it by pushing G again and then Z and 0.03. So each one goes up 0.1 more than the last one. The first one being 0, and then the second one being 1, 2, and then 3 on the last one. Now I'm going to deselect that, and I'm going to select all of them by pushing A again, and I'm going to Shift D to duplicate the object, press Z to constrain it to the Z, and go up 0.04 on the numpad and press enter. I want to do that until I have 5 of those. So right now I've got 2, so Shift D, Z, 0.04, enter. There's 3, Shift D, Z, 0.04, enter. There's 4, Shift D, Z, 0.04, there's 5. Okay, now I'm going to join some of these together so that we have something that's more like a spring. And the way we're going to do that is by selecting the middle of the top most end of the bottom one, and then the middle of the bottom most end of the next one up, while pressing Shift and press F to join them. I'm going to repeat that process 2 more times on the next couple of coils up, but I don't want to connect my very top coil yet. You'll see why. We still got to taper this thing. It's not quite tall enough. But let's give it some dimension and see what we've got by coming down here and selecting the front and the back so that they get drawn, and then giving it some depth here. On the bevel depth, we're going to go up to 0.02, and voila, it's starting to look like a spring. Okay, now what we want to do here is deselect what we've got by pushing A, and select all of the points on the top coil. Right in the middle of them. And then we just want to raise this guy up a little bit so it's not touching the other coil. just want to give a little distance between the coils as we start to taper this thing. I'm going to go to top view. I'm going to start tapering it by pressing S and scaling it down a ways. And now, well, that one's already positioned where we want it, so I'm not going to return to the other view. I'm just going to duplicate it by pressing Shift D. I'm going to press S for scale. I'm going to scale my duplicate down a little bit. And now I'm going to go to front view, grab this right here and bring it up ways. And I'm going to go ahead and Shift D to duplicate it again, and press Z to constrain it to Z and bring it up. About like that. And I'm going to press 7, go back to the top, press S to scale it, bring it down. And I'm going to Shift D to duplicate it, and press S to scale again. Bring our next one in, and go back to front view and raise it up. Like that. And I'll go ahead and let's see where we're at. Alright. Shift D, Z, and bring the next one up. Back to top view and scale it down by pressing S. And I'm thinking that that's going to be about as good as I want to, about as tall as I want to go with it. So I still want one more coil in the middle here though. So I'm going to duplicate it again, Shift D, S for scale, bring it in, nice and small in the middle here. Go ahead and go back to front view. And that's about it. I'm going to leave that in the middle on the inside like that. I'm going to go back top view. I'm going to tweak the view a little bit because I'm going to start connecting these, and this one's a little hard to see. So I'm going to select that one. Now from there, it's pretty easy in top view. Hold Shift and select that, press F to connect them, and then just keep going until all of these points are connected. Let's just click, Shift, click, F, click, Shift, click, F, click, Shift, click, F. And there we have it. I'm going to go ahead and go to object mode so we can see it a little better. There's a spring. At this point, if you really wanted to make it look nice, you could apply a material to it if you have one. I'm going to use this chrome bling that I have down here. Load the library. Go over here to Materials tab, add new, chrome bling. Let's see what it looks like. Camera's a little far away from it. Let's see if we can't fix that. There you have it. Nice little tapered spring for your projects. Easy to make. Thank you for watching.